everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've come on today to give you a long overdue update. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. Things have been crazy. I think I explained towards the end of my last video that things had got a bit hectic. So yeah, let's get started. So I've got my weight card here ready for you. Now I think I did a week 8 and 9 update last time, but I'm just going to go through all the weight losses so far just in case you're new, and yeah, just to catch you up really. So started off on the 18th of June on step 1A at 17 stone 3.5, and I did do 1A for 5 weeks. So we've got 17 3.5 on week 1, and then we went down to 16 12.5, 16 8.5, 16 5, 16 3.5, and then 16 stone and half a pound. Now that took me up to the 29th of July, which was week 6. And week 6 we were in Wales, so I had a holiday week, took all my products with me, but actually moved up to step 2. So that allowed me to have a 200 calorie meal as well as my 3 products a day. So doing step 2 for those 2 weeks, I came back the week after holiday, so that was the 5th of August, week 7, at 15 stone 7.25. So that was a weight loss of 7.25 while I was on holiday. And then we're moving on to the 12th of August, which was 15 4.5, the 19th of August, which was 15 1.5, 26th of August, week 10, another holiday back in Wales, and came back on the 2nd of September in week 11, which I'd gone down to 14 stone 10, which for that holiday was a loss of 5.5 pounds. And then that takes us up to the 10th of September, which is today. And you may notice the dates have jumped slightly. So from the 2nd to the 10th is obviously 8 days. Now, when I started on the 18th of June, that was a Thursday. Just for convenience sake, it was moved back a day from week 2 onwards. So because I was striving to get that 3 stone award for week 12, I just thought I'll take that day back now, and hopefully it'll just help a little bit towards that. So as always, when I set myself a goal, you know I never reach it. So yeah, 10th of September today, I am now at 14 stone 8. So as you could probably work out from last week's weigh-in, that is a £2 loss, which I'm really happy about. And looking at the weight losses, I have a little bit of a pattern going on, which my consultant told me may happen. So on week 4, my loss was £1.5. And then on week 8, my loss was £2.75. And then this time on week 12, £2. So although I don't have the women things every month, you still do have hormonal fluctuations as a female. And I think that every 4 weeks is my fluctuation date. So because I do tend to lose around on average £3 a week, so I'm looking at every 4 weeks that loss is just going to be a little bit less, but at the end of the day it's still a loss, which, as you guys know that have watched me for a while, is still amazing to me. Like, I've not had a maintain, I've not had a gain, I'm still enjoying the diet as much as I did it on day 1. It's so flexible. It's allowed me to move up slightly in the steps and back down again. So yeah, so looking at the card, what I've wrote in the notes here, total loss in 12 weeks of 2 stone 9.5 pounds. So for next week, and again, I don't really want to say this because it won't happen if I say it out loud, I need £4.5 to get my 3 stone award, which, to be fair, I know we do say a stone a month with the one-to-one diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, but obviously as you're going through the plan and you're getting lighter and lighter, weight losses do tend to become a little bit less. So if I can get that £4.5 and lose 3 stone over 13 weeks, I would still be over the moon with that. I mean, even if it takes 14 weeks, I would still be over the moon with that. So my plan for this week basically is, since I went on that first holiday on week 6, I'm looking at my card now, so for weeks 6 to week 12 I have been on step 2. But this last week, to be fair, I've kind of mixed it up a bit. So I've done a little bit of step 2. In fact, I think I only did 1 day of step 2. And then I've been sort of flitting between 1B and 1A, which if you don't know about the Cambridge diet, or the 1-to-1 diet, should I say now, 1A is 3 of the weight loss products, and 1B is 4. Okay, so each of the products on steps 1A and 1B is 200 calories. So on 1A, you're basically consuming 600 calories a day, and 1B, 800 calories. So I've been flitting between the two. But I want to take it back to basics again. I think I've become a little bit complacent in the last week. And I'm going to own up to something now. So every year, a bar comes out, which is a limited edition bar, and it comes out at this time of year for the run up to Christmas, and it's called the Festive Bar. I knew it would be up my street when I heard the description of it. So it's a bit like a cross between a stollen and kind of a mince pie, but it's more a stollen than a mince pie. So as soon as you open the wrapper, it's got the powdering of like icing sugar on there. It smells very strongly of marzipan, which I absolutely love. And again, if you've watched me for a while, you'll know chocolate is my weakness. And I became a little bit obsessed with the festive bars. Now, I'm not saying I came off plan, because I didn't. However, they do really only recommend that you eat 1 of the chocolate products a day, be it the bars or the bites, because they are slightly higher in carbohydrates. So I had a little blip for 3 days where I ate nothing but the bars. So that is my confession that I tell to you. I am human. Just because I've been on it for 12 weeks doesn't make me perfect. Just because I've trained to become a consultant doesn't make me perfect. I have beaten myself up about it a little bit, because that's just what I'm like. I know in my own head that it is not normal to eat 3 chocolate bars a day, even if those chocolate bars are on a weight loss program and filled with a third of your nutrition. So even though I've done that, I've still had my daily nutrition each day, but I've also told myself that that is not, it's not a long-term plan for life. So when I get to target, I don't want a mindset of, well, I can just eat anything I want now. The whole point of me doing the 1-to-1 diet is simply that it takes you through the steps. It isn't like, right, well, you've got to target, goodbye, good luck, we'll see you when you've put all the weight and an extra half a stone on again. No, Cambridge or 1-to-1 diet, it's just not like that, and that's what I love about it so much. So I am going to work through the steps properly so that when I finally get to maintenance, it's up here. It's ingrained in my head that this is good for... I mean, let's be fair, I think most of us know what good and bad food is, but it's all about habit, and it takes a long time to make a habit. But once it becomes a habit, it becomes very easy. And I just love the way that by working through the steps, you are gradually adding little bits in and little bits in and little bits in, until you get to the point where, yeah, I can do that. I can do this for life. And inevitably, if anyone ever does fall off the wagon, there's never any shame in that. And again, the 1-to-1 diet consultants are amazing. The door's always open, and you just simply come back on, jump right back on plan, but do it quickly, nip it in the bud. And yeah, I just think that's fantastic, really. So as you can see, I'm still as in love with this plan as I was on day 1. So, and extra smiles today because I've only just very recently, and this I'll go into this now actually because it'll just explain why I've been so busy. So I became accredited only a few weeks ago. Last Monday, I think it was it was last Tuesday, I believe, I got my booster kit, which is to make up the rest of your kit, so you've literally got everything in stock that Cambridge stock. And it, like I say, it's just been a little bit mental. Since training, basically, it's gone a little bit mental, but more so the past week. I'm now up to 7 clients. 4 of those are virtual clients that I consult with online. and virtually, if that's how you want to put it. And 3 of those actually live on the same cul-de-sac as me, which is amazing. So I am starting to see people face to face, obviously socially distanced still. And it's fantastic. And obviously I get a buzz when I do my weigh-ins with my ladies every week, or gentlemen, because I've now got a gentleman as well. To give the gift, to be able to give the gift of how I'm feeling and how the plan has helped me. I'm more excited for my clients than I am for me. And I knew that when I've done the virtual weigh-ins, but now I'm actually doing weigh-ins face to face. The feeling is even more immense. One of my clients this morning had her first week's weigh-in. She's not gotten a huge amount of weight to lose at all. She's only got a stone to lose. A little bit of lockdown weight, as I'm sure we've all had. And she wanted to just come on and lose a stone and just reintroduce healthy eating habits again, and just get back into a really good routine of nutrition and health and portion sizes and things like that. And she has been doing step 2 for a week, and considering she's only got a stone to lose, she lost 5.5 pounds, and I can't tell you how proud I am of her. She'll probably be watching this, so, and I obviously won't mention her name because I don't know if that would be okay with her or not. But if you're watching, immensely proud. It was a lovely moment, and she was shocked. I was elated and happy for her. And I mean, it's not just the weight loss. She feels as though she's got a lot more energy. She's more alert. She feels so much less bloated. Her husband, although he's not on the plan, it has encouraged him to eat a little healthier as well. And he's lost, he's feeling great and losing a little bit of weight as well. He's noticed the difference in her. He's told her how, that he can tell, and she looks great. And she leads, she works very hard. She leads a very busy life, and this plan, this diet has just fit into her life amazingly. And it's not just for busy people. No matter what the circumstance and what lifestyle you have, that's another thing I love about the one-to-one diet. It fits in for anybody in any circumstance, because there are 6 different steps, and we can always find one to suit you. I mean, I'm not going to bang on about it every week, because I know, obviously, but I can't help it. Like, I just want to tell everybody all about it still, which is why I became a consultant, because, it's brilliant just sharing it with people and seeing them get the results that I've been getting, and seeing them become happier and more energised, and I just love it. I love it. So, 7 clients already. And I've put up the brakes on things a while, because I was kind of putting a lot of posts out on social media, which does attract, obviously, inquiries to come on the plan. But I'm just cautious that I'm still on this journey myself, and that I want to be able to fully look after the clients that I have got. And when I've got to grips with that, then I think, I will push the advertising again a little bit more, and take some inquiries on and stuff, and take some more clients on. But I just want to, what's the saying? Don't run before you can walk, is it? Something like that. So but with that in mind, because my head has been all over the place, and of course with all of that, there has been decorating. It might sound echoey actually, because this living room is practically empty. Very fortunate that I kept one chair. I gave the rest of my 3-piece suite away. I won't go into the whys and wherefores, but we're waiting for a sofa that was meant to come that hasn't come, but it will be coming on Monday, so that's great. And this is Thursday when I'm filming this, but I'm sure I'll manage to get it uploaded on the same day, Thursday the 10th. So my living room's a bit upside down at the moment. There's just stuff everywhere. I've emptied, obviously, I've had 2 Billy bookcases, which I've completely stripped, and that is now holding all my stock and is being used as a makeshift sort of shop. Obviously, nobody's coming into my house at the moment, but eventually, I might be able to have people come in and consult from in the house. But at the moment, my office, my shop, my consultation room is my motorhome. and I actually really love it in there. I think it's brilliant. So, you know, everything other than picking their own shopping, clients get to do everything else with me in there, and obviously virtual ones, they get to do it with me, as I'm doing with you right now. So yes, that was the other thing that's been going on. So decorating, new furniture. I've had lots of double glazing firms in and out of my house because we are desperate to get our front door replaced this year. It's been needing doing for years and years and years. The front door we've got, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a very good and solid and secure front door. However, it's made from a big thick slab of metal. Don't know why they put it's a Barrett house I live in, just to sort of put it into context, and I don't know why they use the doors that they have, but as soon as the cold snap comes, it's almost like, well, you know, metal retains like heat or cold. It gets very, very cold in our hallway. It's a very, very small hallway anyway. It's just like a step-in type hallway. Step in, take your shoes off, and that's the area you've got. And then you straight up the stairs. So yeah, in winter it's very cold. For some reason it's a bit drafty as well, and I don't know why that is, because, well, I just don't know. And the tiny little window it's got in it, again, because it's such a small hallway, it's very dark in there and dismal. So yeah, so we've had double glazing firms in and out, but we've finally made our decision and who we're going to go with, and I'll speak a bit more about that when the work's been done, because obviously I know it's a minefield if you're wanting windows or a new front door or anything like that, but obviously the company I've chosen, if it turns out, you know, that they've done a good job and I'm really happy with the work and everything like that, of course I will let you know who they are, and recommend them and all that kind of stuff, as I always do on here. So that's going to be done, and hopefully with that sooner rather than later. Anything else that's been happening? Mr. Dyble's got back into fishing. Don't know if you're interested in that, but yeah, he's in and out fishing when he's not working, just really trying to make the most of the last of the summer evenings and things like that. So he's out fishing actually as we speak. Amelia's back to school. She went back yesterday, which was Wednesday the 9th. She is now in year 8 and just growing up so quickly. I mean, again, for any of you who've watched my videos for years and years, she's so tall now. She's taller than her aunties. She's taller than her sister, who is 30 this year. Yeah, she's catching up with me, and I'm 5'6", which isn't small for a woman, but she's definitely, I would say, going to be at least 5'8". But she's going through all the teenage stuff because she'll be 13 on the 20th of September. So we have tough days, but you've got to try and think back to when you were a teenager and just how mad everything is in your head and the hormones, and just there's a lot of stuff going on when you're that age. So you've got to kind of put it into perspective. But yeah, anyone else that's got a teenager will know exactly what I'm going through, and we have good days and bad days, and it's just the way it is, I suppose. It's the stages of a child's life, and we have to love them, warts and all, I suppose, if you want to put it like that. So let's have a think. Anything else I've got to tell you about? I was going to tell you what I'm doing to conquer all this stuff in my head, and like I've got my Filofax back out and stuff like that, but I really wanted something a bit more tailored to what I'm doing specifically for work. So I've invested in myself again in the business with this. You can buy the business planner from the One-to-One Diet, which is fab. I won't open it because obviously it's got private client details in there. But it's a lovely, you get a cuppa, you get a pen holder and the little ribbons to mark your pages. Very good. So I've actually had my consultation with my consultant this morning, who very kindly comes through to see me. And we've done, obviously, my consultation, spoke about my weight and how I'm doing, which we still do, which is great, because obviously just because I'm a consultant now doesn't mean I don't still need that one-to-one support myself. But she's very kindly showed me, or shown me, should I say, through her planner, her business planner, and shown me how some of the sections that aren't perhaps relevant to me at the moment, how she used them. or how she uses them. So yeah, it's brilliant. It's going to help me no end. Although I am going to get into using the Google Diary as well. Is it the Google Diary? Yeah, the Google Diary. Because that looks really good as well, just for like a one-off glance kind of thing. So it's good to have it in two places, isn't it? Because you might not always carry a big plan around like that, but that is just good for like a, you know, if you're at your desk in the office and flicking through. Plus I'm a stationery geek and I don't need an excuse to buy stuff like that. So that hopefully, once I've got all that laid out and I've got it in my Google Diary, or calendar or whatever you call it, I will be straight. I just thought I wanted to sort of take this week out while Amelia was getting settled back into school. I was getting to grips with having 7 clients, all the ordering, because obviously with so many clients, and then I'm still ordering for myself now, because, well, obviously I now order for myself because I'm a consultant. So that's really sort of 8 clients. It's a lot of food to be ordering for people, and so I've had deliveries to deal with and unpackaging, and then obviously restocking my cupboards and doing stock checks and stock lists and stuff like that. So it's all been a massive learning curve, but as with anything new, I love it. I like soak it up like a sponge. I love learning new stuff. It's just, yeah, it's just me really. It's right up my alley. What was I going to say? I go off on tangents and then forget what I'm talking about. But basically, yeah, I just wanted to take this week to take stock, literally, and get to grips with everything before I plough forwards and take on some more clients and stuff. So, but I'm in a good place. I'm actually only, and I can't believe how quickly this has happened as well. My next little milestone as regards to the business side of things, I need £142 more sales, and I'll be a silver consultant, which is just mad because I don't feel like I've been a consultant for more than 2 seconds. So to hit silver level already is great. So yeah. And that will be obviously become achievable when I sign, well, just one more client. I'll need one more client, and that would take me to putting in an order, then to get me up to silver consultant, which I love the little shinies. We all love the shinies, don't we? Those of us that diet, we're used to the little shinies and the certificates and all that. So yeah, I love all that kind of stuff. And I think that's everything I've got to update you on, really. So that is why I've been so busy. I'm really sorry I didn't come on. I wish I could come on weekly, but I did say a few weeks back I would do it fortnightly. But obviously it's been 3 weeks since I've last spoken to you. So I do hope you're all well. Thank you if you've followed along, even though I've changed over to Cambridge. Or the one-to-one diet. I must get used to calling it that, because I know a lot of you are still on Slimming World, but you still follow along, which I think is just lovely. So thank you. Thank you for the private messages that I've been getting of support, even if it's not to inquire about doing the diet yourself. You've still sent me messages of support, which is lovely. And you're telling me how you're doing with Slimming World, which is great, because obviously I'm still interested. But yeah, if you do ever want to change, and want to give it a try, even if it's just for a couple of weeks on a starter pack or something like that, obviously get in touch with me. I would love to be your consultant, and it doesn't matter where in the United Kingdom or Ireland you live, I can do that. I can be your virtual consultant. We can have lovely little video chats just like we're doing now, and a couple of perks as well. Just before I go, so I'm introducing more perks. But at the moment, the perks for my slimmers are I've started a chat group. So yeah, we've got a lovely chat group going. So we have like nice little private chats between all the clients, all the slimmers together. But there are going to be more little perks coming up in the way of videos and things like that that won't be available to Joe Public on sort of YouTube. Nearly said Facebook then. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I don't know if there's anything else I've got to update you on. If I think of anything, as always, I'll put an Instagram story on or something like that. So I'll put my Instagram handle again, as always, below, the one for the one-to-one diet that I'm doing. You all know that I'm on Instagram for any sort of normal day-to-day life stuff on just Donna Dyble on Instagram. Housey stuff, I will, once the settee arrives, I get the living room sorted out, there will be some more housey pictures coming up. I think the last things I've kind of posted is when I did my new kitchen wall with the clock and the new kettle and toaster and things like that. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. But as regards to homey things, my house, I do have a home account, and that is the Dyble Residence, and Dyble's, I'll put it below anyway, because let's not spell it, because you'll all read it and call me Dibble, because everybody else does. So yeah, I'm going to go because I'm starting to ramble and I've got nothing of much interest left to say. So yeah, keep going whatever it is you're doing. Christmas is only 16 weeks away. Sorry to use the C word, but it is. So yeah, whatever it is you're doing, smash it, and leave me a little comment below. Let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you next week when I will be, not next week, sorry, in 2 weeks, when I will definitely be 3 stone lighter. Not 3 stone lighter than I am now, but 3 stone lighter overall from when I started the 1-to-1 diet. I'm definitely going. All right then, love you lots.